You won't be able to go further with your art if you shame yourself for the results you have right now. Connect with people and systems that empower you. Hello, my name is Stasja and I'm psychologist and illustrator, or should I say someone who found her passion for illustration and drawing in her late 20s, or even better to say rediscovered her passion for drawing and illustration in her late 20s, because it's always been there. Anyway, you can identify yourself anything you want.
Obviously.
To be an illustrator, you do not need to have a license or something. And my today's reflection is connected to this. You cannot shame yourself into making art. And being illustrator or being an artist means that you are making art constantly. You identify yourself as someone who is making art. What do I mean by that? I had one interesting experience today. I was playing around with this idea of acquiring an academic education in art, and I was researching around the courses that help you to prepare to this exam that you have to pass to enter an art school. And I know it's not necessary to have an art school to make an art, and I will talk about this a little bit later in this video. But I just wanted to feel reassured and understand how long does it take to prepare to this entering exam. I found one school that specializes in preparing future students for this exam, but I wasn't sure which course I need, so I called them. The lady on the other end told me that here in Ljubljana, Slovenia, they take in only 7 students per year for the course I'd like to enter in Fine Arts Academy, and it's only for Slovenians, and maybe they have one place for foreigner, and I'm a foreigner here in Slovenia. At first, I felt this shame that I used to feel a lot while not actually being an artist, because I'm a self-taught artist and I'm trying to be creative and create this art and rediscover this passion. Being already grown up, I have my profession. I'm a psychologist, I'm a therapist. And then this lady, she didn't mean to be rude. She actually apologized. She didn't want to sound like she discriminating me right away. And I totally agree she wasn't. But this small feeling of shame started boiling in me. And I said, no, of course I understand. And actually it was really nice from her to tell me the truth right away, because she spared me hours and hours of talking to these people on the academy. I think that might be even more traumatic, because I know how educational system here in Slovenia works, and it's quite shame-based. They like to shame you into achieving something. I resent this way. I don't like this way. That's why I'm psychotherapist and psychologist, I think, because there's a lot of empowering and growth in this profession rather than shaming and pushing you into something you don't want to do. So long story short, she told me that it's very hard to enter this academy and maybe I should think about other ways, or maybe I should just prepare myself really good. But this shame I felt almost instantly when we started talking made me thinking that later today I was planning on doing 2 really beautiful landscapes in gouache to practice a little bit this winter landscapes. I'm not very good with the winter landscaping, especially in gouache, and I have these 2 beautiful pictures. One I took myself and the other was taken by my friend. She kindly sent it to me to inspire me to draw, so I can use it as a reference. I was so inspired to do this, but the moment she told me that and I felt that shame, my motivation just dropped to the 0.
As you can see, I still managed to do both drawings in the evening. So I tried not to follow my motivation, but the reflection.
And I'm very happy I reflected this moment, that my motivation just went to pooh. It disappeared. I didn't want to do anything. After talking to her, I thought she was really kind. She explained me alternatives and everything, and that helped a lot. So I'm on some way of semi-academic education to being illustrator. However, I already identify myself as illustrator. But that's my internal process. Also, please tell me in the comments if you have also this inner conflict about academic art and not academic art, self-taught art and not self-taught art, because I think it's not that deep actually. You do not need any degree and specialization like for instance, surgeon to perform a surgery on some level to make art. This is me editing this video, and I want to clarify one moment. I do not want to sound like a person who dismisses academic art or academic degree in arts. I actually admire these people, and on some deeper level, I'm jealous because I haven't had this opportunity in my life. You just need yourself, you need inspiration, you need motivation, of course, and some framework. What tools do you want to use, or what topic, what style you want to develop? Maybe you want to be a digital artist. I don't know. There are so many interesting ways to create as an artist. But I think the only right way to create the art and the only right motivation to create the art is actually feeling of doing something and creating something and seeing this. Because when you create art with a thought of being an author of something, this gives you a lot of energy, really nice self-esteem push, and understanding that you can do better and you will do better if you proceed, if you do not stop. And shame stops us. My point is, you won't be able to go further with your art if you shame yourself for the results you have right now. You cannot shame yourself. You have to empower yourself. And please do not connect with people or systems that shame your art or shame your process. Connect with people and systems that empower you, that make you proud of yourself, that make you think, wow, I'm doing great, but I can do even better. And I know that I can do better and I will do better. I hope you liked this short video today. Please tell me if you have these dilemmas as yourself as an artist, and I want to hear from you. I feel quite isolated in this, but I understand that a lot of people have these dilemmas. Thank you for attention today. If you want to see me creating some art or drawing with me, please stay on this channel, subscribe, like this video. Very soon I will post more draw with me videos and maybe even some vlogs of my journey. Thank you, take care, and have a lovely day. Bye.